Hey guys, it's Heather. This is weird. I'm using my iPad, so I'm going to want to look at myself on the screen instead of at the lens. So you're going to have to excuse me if my eyes keep going back and forth. But I just wanted to kind of go through what my budget looks like for July. I started I started watching Gazelle Intense. They're really awesome, and Jackie has made a really great Excel spreadsheet, and it's within 4 videos. So she kind of breaks it down how to make it, which categories to do, all of the math symbols to do. It's awesome. I don't have the full Excel on my computer. I just have like the Microsoft, it's like the 2010 starter version. And I was able to do everything on her video without really any problems. And this is the first time I've used Excel. So, I mean, it was really easy for someone who didn't know what they were doing in the first place. So, like I've said in my previous video, I am done with my Baby Step 2 debt snowball. And I am also done with my starter emergency fund. So we are currently on Baby Step 3B. We are saving for our next house, which hopefully we'll be looking for our next one in spring or summer of 2016. And currently my boyfriend and I, we've lived in our current house for 6 years, and we just need to get that one sold. And I know it's not Dave Ramsey approved. I mean, we're not married, we live together, we bought a house, but I mean, we've pretty much fully committed our lives to each other. We just don't have the documentation. So that's our plan for the next year, is basically to save up as much as we can beyond what we have in our emergency funds, and work really hard, budget, save, not really do a whole lot of stuff that's fun and that costs money. So I recently started doing Jackie's like Excel spreadsheet about 2 months ago. It's hard for me to be really diligent with it. I just haven't gotten to the habit. So I'm hoping that these videos will kind of help keep me in check, because I might need a little bit of help with that. So I just want to say, first off, what you'll see in this spreadsheet is only my income. They're only my expenses. And I make what I make, and you make what you make. So, I guess just comparison, try to keep that out. I mean, it just is what it is. So, I'm going to turn you around, and we're going to go over my budget and check it out. So. Alright, you guys, here is my July budget. Right now it's June 30th, so I'm all set for tomorrow, for July 1st. And I have up here what I expect to make. And this is really a rough number. I'm self-employed. I get paid every day when I work. So this number is based off of payments from insurance companies that I haven't received yet, that are just kind of pending. What I expect to make like mid-July from what I have outstanding with them, and then also what I already have on the books from my cash paying clients. So the $3,300 is really a rough number, and mind you, that is also before taxes. I have to save taxes on my own. So, yeah, that's a really rough number. Supplemental is if I sell anything during the month, which I may be. I'm going to go through my closet, and we have some stuff packed up in boxes in our storage loft. And then interest, I do make like $1 a month from my savings account. I know it's really not a whole lot. But that is my hopefully potential income for July. underneath that, we have the breakdown of my monthly bills. So I do CrossFit. The 120 pays for my monthly membership. My portion of the mortgage payment, we split it pretty much 50-50. He pays a little bit more than what I do. And then also Netflix, $7.99. My car insurance, $58. This kind of fluctuates between like $61 and $58, which is kind of weird. And then also our cell phones. So our cell phone covers both of our usage, and then AT&T changed their program, so this also covers like the monthly cost of both of our phones because they have it on like this monthly payment plan where you don't pay out of pocket or $100 for the upgrade. So we basically don't have a contract with them, but we can't upgrade until our phones are paid off. So I think about our actual phone payment for the usage is like $123, and then the rest is for the cost of both of our phones. So I pay for the cell phone bill, and then my boyfriend covers basically our electric, our gas, and then our garbage, which is pretty close to the 171. So we just kind of call that a wash. And then down below that, I have my monthly business expenses. So the first two are what I always have. So my rent for my office. And then I use Schedulicity for my online scheduling. So that's about $20 a month. And then these two down here, the business expenses and then the Intuit credit card fees. I don't really need a whole lot for expenses for July. I can't really think of a whole lot that comes up. But if I have to mail something, that will be pulled from there. And then I'll probably just save the rest in a sinking fund, which I'll create later on. Because I do have to pay for my renewal license in November. And then the credit card fees are kind of just a ballpark of what my monthly average is. So if I take a payment with a credit card, they will pull like a really small percentage off of that from my bank account to cover it. So that will cover those withdrawals from them. And then regular monthly costs, groceries, gas, personal and household. So the groceries, the thing that usually ends up happening is if we go grocery shopping together for like the week, I eat a lot differently than Wayne does. I eat mostly paleo, plus some dairy. So our grocery bill, I'd say, is a lot higher than the average household of 2 people. So our groceries are anywhere from like, I want to say like $600 to $800 a month, which I know is really high. But we eat a lot of meat, and we buy a lot of really good fats, which, I mean, you're just going to pay more for those things. So my budget, $300 for July. I'm cutting it down a little bit. I feel like usually I spend about $100 a week just on myself. So we'll see how that goes. And then gas is $110. So that's not too bad. And then household personal costs, $20. So that's going to be like personal, like razors or deodorant or just anything personal that I need that's not food, I guess. And so I said I'm on baby step 3B. You're going to say, but Heather, you have a balance on your visa of $327. So the problem we ran into, well, not quite a problem, not yet, was when we went and talked to a loan officer. My credit score had kind of gone down a little bit because obviously I had paid off my debts. It was still pretty high, but I don't really want it to get lower, which I know total opposite of what Dave Ramsey talks about. I know that we could do a manual underwritten loan, and I did look up Churchill Mortgage, and the closest one is about an hour away. And then we were working with a company that is here in town. So just for the convenience of getting a regular loan like everyone else, I decided to keep one credit card open and keep a small balance on it so that it would report to my credit bureau. So I am keeping a small balance. I am paying just the minimum payment, and hopefully the credit score does well with just this. On our current house, when we refinanced 3 years ago, my debt to income ratio was too high, and my business was too new, so I was not able to be on the loan. So our mortgage is not reflected on my credit score because I'm not on the loan. So this is really the only thing that I have to my name for revolving debt that would do credit reporting. So yeah, that's why I have that there. Personal reasons. When we move and get a new house, it will definitely be paid off and I will close the account. So right now it's not that big of an issue, and I feel like it's going to serve more of a purpose next year when we go into our loan financing. So more expenses down here. So leisure, eating out. We don't eat out a whole lot. When we do, usually it's just like a splurge night, like we go get a pizza or something, so that $50 should well cover July. Pocket money, that's if I, want to get a coffee, or if there's, a piece of clothing that I want, or if I want to go meet a friend for lunch, that would come out of pocket money. I'd say the eating out money is more just for me and Wayne, like if we want to go out to dinner or something. So that would be reserved for eating out together, and then pocket money is kind of whatever I want to spend with. And then personal care, this would cover probably like my shampoos and stuff. I don't buy my shampoo at the grocery store. I go to, it's kind of like a cosmetic a cosmetic retail store, and I get that there. I just bought shampoo and conditioner, a large 2-pack, so that should actually be good for July. I may not dip into that. And then for July, we want to do a Spartan race in August, so we're gonna have to pay for that in July. And I found a Groupon. Hopefully it's still out there. But we expect to pay about $80 for that, so that's reserved, definitely. And then sinking funds. These are new. I never really did sinking funds before because I felt like it was really hard to do it with the envelope system. But these sinking funds just go into one savings account that houses my 6-month emergency fund. It also includes my fund towards our new house, plus all of these sinking funds. So I just realized I need to make the balance column up a little bit higher. Leisure right there. So we are going on vacation in October. So this will be the first month of me putting $75 into that sinking fund. So once I fund that, the balance here should show $75, and so on and so on. The car, I currently drive a 98 Honda Civic. It's super classy and super snazzy. And I plan on keeping that car until we find a new house, and then just saving up for a new vehicle. It currently has almost 230,000 miles on it. It runs great. We do regular maintenance to it. So that $50 will just kind of go into a fund for maintenance. But also, there is a small crack in my heater core, which we also experienced with my 94 Honda Civic. So we got a quote on how much it's going to cost to repair that, and it's going to be about $400. And for the cost of the car, usually we kind of split the bill. So that $50 will also go towards that maintenance that we'll probably end up doing in October or November. And then holidays, this will be my first payment towards holidays. Just to have a little bit extra in there, throw $25 a month in. We don't really go all out for Christmas. We actually hardly ever get each other gifts, and if we do, it's usually under $20. But really, what I really love for holidays, especially Christmas, is buying new decorations. So that fund will probably go towards, just some cute holiday decor and stuff like that. Let's skip this house fund a little bit. Go down to pets. We have to buy food every other month, and it's about $80. And then we usually split that. So that will more than cover it. So we'll just have like a big fund for animals if we have to go to a vet or something. And then business taxes. This will probably change. It's going to depend on how much I make that month. So I just pay my taxes once a year. I don't pay quarterly because I just want to keep my own money as long as I can. So I've estimated that I'm probably going to have to save about $2,500 for the year after I do all of my deductions and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I've forecasted. So this balance is actually a little bit low right now. There should actually be about $1,200 in there. So we're going to beef it up a little bit this summer and this fall. Fall is really a big season for me. I get really, really busy in the fall, and especially in the winter. So that will definitely beef it up because I'll be making more. So this final column that you see down here is what my income is minus my total expenses. And then this is what's left over that's not allocated for expenses. So I could put $1,030 into the new house fund to help balance it out. I want to keep a little bit of a buffer, so we'll just kind of keep that $9 there. So we'll just enter this in. And there we go. So if I were to put $1,030 into this balance, it's going to be $6,320 will be the balance for that we can put towards our new house. So this is just what I have in savings minus my 6-month emergency fund. Wayne has been saving for the past 3 years, so it's kind of comical because my balance is basically going to be used for probably our closing costs, and then his balance will be used primarily for the down payment. So really, if you're comparing what I have for the house and what he has for the house, it's like I have chump change. But really, I mean, $6,000 towards a house, and I got debt-free in October of 2014. I already have my 6-month emergency fund, and then to have an additional $5,000 right now, I mean, that's pretty awesome. It kind of just shows you, I mean, once you get out of debt, the savings happen fast, and it's going to keep you really motivated. And I mean, those numbers are just going to keep building and building and building. So instead of giving your money away every month to creditors and the debt that you have, you get to keep it, and you get to put it in savings, and you get to watch this number grow instead of the number go down. So it's funny because my boyfriend and I were discussing saving money and kind of how we view it. And this number to me, since all of my money gets deposited, this number to me does not feel like it's real. Like, to me, this $5,000, even though it's in my bank account, I don't look at it as real money. Like, it's just a number. This money to me does not exist. It's just I just pretend that it's not there. But I mean, it is real money. I mean, I could go to the bank and get it withdrawed, but it doesn't exist. It's not there. It's not part of monthly spending. And it's just really easy for me to think, if I didn't need to use this money, then, I mean, it's just easier to pretend that it's not real, because then you're not tempted to steal from it or use something else. So I hope this budget is helpful for you. I know there's a lot of people who like live with their significant others and don't combine finances, and so this is just kind of what it looks like on my end. And I will link to the Gazelle Intense YouTube channel for the tutorial that she has to make these. I believe there's 4 separate ones. They're all about, I think, a half an hour long. So you can check that out and look at their budget and see how she made this really awesome chart. So if you have any questions, leave a comment below and I will be happy to answer them for you. So have a great day.